I had to take a step back because I wasn't showing up the way that I needed to. It wasn't the strategy, it wasn't the market, it was me. To be honest with you, man, I was overthinking, forcing trades. Some days was disciplined, some days I wasn't disciplined. And that inconsistency, bro, is what kills you in trading. And I just let it get to me. Like, I had the knowledge, but not the structure, not the control to just do what I do best and do what I know I do best. And that's when I stopped. I took a step back, not to quit and give up on this, but to rebuild, because I realized, bro, that in trading, you don't fix the charts, you don't fix your strategy, you don't fix anything on the market, bro. You fix yourself. And once you fix yourself, it reflects. And another thing that's really helped me fix myself is really accept that this is happening and really accept this is being normal. Like, the fact that I'm going to be able to just do this full time and pay myself from the markets, like, it's a reality now. And I have to think about this as a business owner. I have to think about this the way that I would take anything else serious, the way that I would show up to my job. And that realization has really helped me, because it's made me realize, like, okay, I have not been taking this as serious as I need to. I need to treat this with discipline. Like, there's no negotiations. And the first thing that I worked on was my mind. Trading is 30% skill, 40% risk management, and 30% psychological, but more likely than not, it is 70% psychological. It's one of the industries that tests you. It tests your emotions, it tests how you think, how you react under pressure. And so if your mind is unstable, if your emotions are unstable, your results will also be unstable. So I had to realize that, and I had to work on resetting my mind. And then, I started to build structure, right? No more just waking up and just reacting and just hopping on the charts. Like, every single day I'm following a system. I'm following my routine, from what time I wake up to what I do when I wake up to what I do before the market. And that's going to determine how I show up when it comes to live trading. And then discipline, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so if I can't control myself outside of the charts, how do I expect myself to control myself in the markets? So now everything's going to be different. I'm going to be waking up early. I'm going to be clearing my mind before the markets. And I'm going to enter the markets with a plan, with structure, with a checklist and rules. And I'm going to force myself to no longer just chase trades, but to just focus on executing and staying disciplined to my system. If you're going through this, then you can take some value from this. You can incorporate this into your daily trading, into your daily routine. When I wake up, I don't touch my phone anymore. I spend 5 minutes breathing to just calm my mind down. I watched this video on the neuroscience of trader's brain. And they basically talked about these two systems in our brains, how we have the limbic system in our brain, which is the emotional side of our brain. This is where fear, greed, impulsive traits stem from. And then you have the prefrontal cortex of your brain, which is the more logical side of your brain, where discipline comes in, willpower, execution. And so whenever you're stressed, your limbic system is hijacking your decisions, which is why you can see these emotions coming out into the market. The key takeaways that I got from this video was, number one, calm the brain before trading. Number two, don't let trading become an emotional habit of negative loops. The more you reduce your stress, the better you improve your decision-making quality. And the fourth one is to detach from the outcome. It doesn't matter if you get a win or a loss, just detach from the outcome. And the fifth key takeaway that I got from this video was to train consistency and not profits, not excitement. Like, train yourself to stay consistent with your system, to stay following your rules. Like, if you followed your rules and you lost, you're training yourself that consistency, even if you lost. And so that's basically the base that I'm using to build my new trading routine on, is this neuroscience. So after I spend 5 minutes journaling, this is where I journal, just to understand where I'm at mentally, just to kind of be more aware of my thoughts and like my emotions, and if I'm even in a state of mind to take a trade. And after that, I'm going to be moving my body, just getting like a light workout in, not something heavy, but just like 50 push-ups, 100 push-ups, some pull-ups, some dips, just to kind of get that blood flowing and to kind of just like get myself present. And you don't want to lift too heavy, you don't want to go too strong, because it's going to spike your cortisol and it's going to spike that dopamine, which can affect your decisions when it comes to the markets. So after I train, this is when I start to prep and I start to kind of analyze the market and just to kind of write down my checklist of what I want to see coming into the market and just being patient and letting it come to me. And so, then market opens, and during the trading session, this is where I only take my setup that I wanted to see from when I journaled and did my bias and my analysis. And after every single trade, I'm journaling my emotions. If I feel myself getting too emotional, then I'm just gonna be done for the day. And then after trading, this is where I'm going to be training, I'm going to be eating, and I'm going to be resetting and getting away from the markets, doing things outside of the markets that are going to continue to improve me as a person. Then at night, this is where I'm probably just going to be reflecting on my trades, taking some back testing sessions, just journaling, gaining some more data on my strategy, things like that. This is like something that I need to start taking more serious. I need to treat it like a business, because this isn't just about trading, man. This is about becoming someone who operates with control, who operates with discipline and courage and focus. Because at the end of the day, bro, the market isn't going to reward emotions. The market isn't going to reward bad habits. It's going to reward discipline. And so just got to stay disciplined to get those rewards. So this isn't a comeback, but this is just me rebuilding my system from the losses that I've experienced. I've learned from my losses, and I've said, okay, why am I losing? What's causing me to lose? And how can we change that using science, using neuroscience that's going to give us a new routine that's going to be on our side, working with our brain, working with us instead of against us. So to wrap up this video, I want to leave you with this. Control your mind and you can control your results, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next video, my boy. Peace out.